The biggest question is whether I'm dumb enough to sell my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 to fund the new DJI Osmo 360. I've been waiting a long time for DJI to announce the Osmo 360. It's been leaked for quite a few months now. I'm a videographer who mainly focuses on weddings, and I would love to use a 360 camera to get behind the scenes content to try and get more clients. I've dabbled before, like I've owned a DJI Action 3 to get some POV content. I normally put that behind my camera, and I sold that and recently bought the Osmo Pocket 3, which I absolutely love. And I've used the Pocket 3 for so many things, from vlogs to behind the scenes content, but it's not the best for behind the scenes content because it's so awkward to mount. I use a magic arm and screw it into the bottom of my camera cage, and then I actually have it behind my camera, and you can get some nice movements. Like when I'm moving, it is nice and stable when you do move, but it's just not the best because it's not that wide. The focal length on the Pocket 3 is 20mm, and to get a 15mm, you have to attach the magnetic adapter. And if I'm being honest, if it's that close behind my camera or if it's on my chest, 15mm just isn't wide enough for me. And with it being a magnetic attachment, sometimes it has fallen off a few times and I've been very lucky not to lose it. But obviously with the DJI Osmo 360, it is super wide, and I've been looking at the X4 and the X5 as a POV camera, or I can have it mounted out to the side to my right and I can shoot either forward or towards me, and I can pick my frame after. That's why I think it's such a great piece of kit for behind the scenes content, and why I would love to have one in my kit when I do shoot weddings and other video content in the future. But having the Insta360 and the DJI Pocket 3 just doesn't seem like the right thing to do. It feels stupid to have both of them because they are so similar. So for example, with the DJI Osmo 360, the reason why I'm thinking of selling my Pocket 3, even though I love the gimbal on it and I love the image quality out of it, the DJI Osmo 360 has some amazing specs, and it can basically do what the Osmo Pocket 3 can do, and a lot more. Okay, yes, it's not on a gimbal, so you're not going to get that nice smooth gimbal shots, but the stabilization on these DJI action cameras are absolutely amazing. And another great thing why I love the DJI Osmo 360 is because, just like the Pocket 3, it instantly connects straight up to your microphones. So even though if I do sell my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I will sell my DJI mic that goes with it because I got the creator combo, so I will have to purchase the mic again separately. But the DJI mic minis look great, and I think they'll pair amazingly with that, and they're pretty good price as well. But like I said, you can go into single lens mode on the Osmo 360 just like on the Insta360 cameras, and the single lens mode is basically what the DJI Pocket 3 is, apart from it can do 360 content as well. So it just seems a lot more versatile, and with the price increase of the Osmo Pocket 3, I actually think I could probably get more money than what I actually paid for it. And with the Osmo 360 just come out, if I have a look on their website now, you can get the standard combo for £410 for just the camera, which I think is really, really good, especially if you have an action camera already, because it shares the same batteries as the Action 5 Pro, which I think is really great. And knowing DJI, like with their drones, they normally never do that. They normally make sure that you buy extra batteries for it and make it slightly different. The annoying thing with that, you're going to want more than one battery, even though the battery life's quite good. And probably the best seller on here that does say it, and the best one to get, is the Adventure combo, which is about £540, and that comes with 3 batteries, a battery charging case, and also the selfie stick. So you don't get a mic just like the Osmo Pocket 3, but I think that's okay because the mic minis are so cheap at the minute. With it being that price, I expected it to be quite a lot more money, especially because if you look at the specs, it's got dual 1-inch 360 square sensors, but this is a square one. The DJI Pocket 3 has a rectangular CMOS sensor, so I think that's got better image quality, and it's got better bokeh as well because it's a fixed 20mm, and I think it's a 1.7 lens, and it can shoot 8K up to 50 frames per second, and it's got a really great low light performance. Now, people might think, why would you want to shoot 8K? And I'm definitely one of them people. We use the R5C at work, and I just think 8K is so overkill for most things, and then file sizes would be so big. So why are they always pushing 8K on 360 cameras? Well, it's because if you shoot super wide 360, you're shooting basically everything. So it's super wide and super de-warped. And the great thing about 360 cameras is that you can reframe after. So if you shoot absolutely everything, it's like the widest lens you can get. Well, after the fact, you can actually zoom in to anywhere on the screen, and you can actually go from super wide to wide, and then you can go to de-warped or linear. Now, linear is what makes it look in my opinion, the best because you don't have the warped edges. It's like normal. It's about 20-ish mil, I think it is. And by doing that, you crop in quite a lot to get that frame. And to be able to crop in like that, you need more resolution to be able to keep that detail. So that's why people shoot in 8K a lot on 360 cameras, because you're going to be punching in a lot to linear, then going back out to wide, then you're going to be punching over here in linear. And if you're shooting in just like 4K or 2.7K to save some storage space, you're going to lose a lot of that quality and it's not going to look that good. And you got your standard 4K 100 frames as well, which is obviously amazing. And you can shoot 120 megapixels 360 photos. Again, it's so high because you're shooting so wide and everything. You can be able to crop in, take one massive 360 photo, and then you can crop in here and there to get that nice resolution. Another thing that I absolutely think is great about these 360 cameras is that it can shoot in 10-bit and D-Log-M. So it's the same color profile as my DJI Air 3S drone, the same as the Action 5 Pro, the same as the Osmo Pocket 3. So you're still getting that nice 10-bit D-Log-M color profile, so you can color grade the fact after. And that's a massive upgrade over the Insta360 X5, because the Insta360 cameras can only shoot in 8-bit video. So that's a massive big upgrade, even though it's not going to look the best that wide and it's an action camera at the end of the day, but it is nice to know that you can try and match this footage with my R6 Mark II, your Sony FX3s for example, as best you can by using 10-bit. It's nice to have that option there. Another thing that I love about the Osmo is the fact that it has that Osmo magnetic quick release plate system. You can connect it up, like instantly connects up magnets. It's super strong, and then you can just pull it off. So you can go bang, I want this on a tripod, bang, it's on another tripod. Oh, I want it on my neck mount, bang, it's on that. Whereas on the Insta360 cameras, it's just the screw at the bottom like on here, so you can't actually mount it like really quickly. You've got to unscrew it every single time. Also the form factor, I actually think I prefer the form factor of the X5 for vlogging because you get a better grip, but I like how compact this is, and I think the 360 compared to the X4 is actually a lot lighter as well, which is really great. You got 100 minutes recording continuously in 8K 30, so not 8K 50, 8K 30, which I think is amazing. And then, like I said, you've got the instant mic connection, so you can get that really great audio wherever you go because it's got that built-in transmitter. Also, like I said, for behind the scenes content, even though I love my vlogging on my Osmo Pocket 3 and I would continue to use that, I can use that on the single lens mode on this camera as well. So it does say it's ideal for vlogging. That's what DJI are promoting this as well, even though the Pocket 3 is the perfect vlogging camera, because it's got both cameras. If you go into single lens mode, you can get the linear like shot, so it's not warped or anything. And when you're recording, you can switch instantly between the two cameras. You don't have to turn it. You can just press a button and then it starts recording the other side. And then if you press it again, it starts recording you. You don't have to turn the camera physically. Whereas obviously on the Pocket 3, you can press the button and the gimbal turns, but then you get that weird gimbal turn in your shot. It looks a bit weird. It's not instant. It's a bit slow. Whereas the 360, it's within a second because it's already there on the other side of the camera. It's really cool, this tech as well. And I can't actually find it now, but it's also got Horizon Steady and Lock Steady. So obviously Rock Steady 3.0, it is super smooth. So I'm thinking about it. People have done comparisons between the Pocket 3 and the Action 5 Pro before, and they look really similar because of how good the stabilization is in that action camera. This has got the same stabilization. So it's like, do you even need a gimbal? Yes, you can get some nice tilt down movements, and if you shoot and stuff like that, and nice reveals that you can't really get on that, you can, but it's not the same movement, but it's still super smooth for walking, vlogging, getting stable shots. So it's like, do you really need to get that? You do crop in a little bit so you miss the wide angleness of it, but everything is there the Osmo 360 can do over the Pocket 3, and it really is getting me thinking, do I even need the Pocket 3? Can I just sell that and put it towards this? Because I think this can do so much more for me. Like I said, with the BTS content, really cool angles, and it can do my vlogging stuff for me as well. Another thing that the Osmo 360 is great over the Pocket 3 is that it's waterproof and cold resistant. The one big massive downfall on the Pocket 3 is that when it rains, I can't really use it because it's not waterproof. I'm scared to go out and get it wet, because if it does get wet, it might break, and that's just, it's gone. You can't replace it. It's not as good like that. So with this being waterproof, you can get some really cool action shots. You can go out in the rain. It doesn't matter. I don't have to worry about the weather. Another great thing with the Osmo 360 is the battery. You can get, like I said, with that combo, you can get 3 batteries and charge them up. The Pocket 3, you can only charge it up using USB-C because it's got a built-in battery. battery. There's a lot of pros and cons to the Osmo Pocket 3 and the Osmo 360, but to me, there's just a lot of things going for the Osmo 360. Like, if it can do pretty much 90% of the things that this Osmo Pocket 3 can do, it might not look as good, okay, because the image quality out of this is amazing. It doesn't have that gimbal, but it has the Rocksteady 3.0, and it can do so much more. And like I said, I want it for BTS content, and this is a little bit annoying for BTS content, if I'm being honest, like, as in POV BTS content. I can't find it, but I've definitely seen somewhere that this also has 105 gigabytes of internal storage. Now, my DJI Air 3S has 48 gigabytes, I think it is 42 gigabytes of internal storage, and I think that's absolutely amazing, because the amount of times I've forgotten my SD card before. I literally just done a vlog climbing up Vors Cave, and the whole point of that video, the whole point of that trip was, I want to test my new drone. I only just got it and I wanted to use it. I got to the top of the mountain and I realized, oh shit, I've not got my SD card. I couldn't believe it. If I had any other drone, I couldn't fly it, and that was the whole reason why I was there. So the fact that it had 40 odd gigabytes of internal storage, I was like, it doesn't matter. I literally just shot a wedding, a hybrid video / photo on the weekend, and I only had 2 SD cards. One I wanted on I borrowed my dad's Action 4 Pro, or Action 4, whatever it's called, to get some POV content of behind the scenes. That was in that, and my other one was in my Tascam FR AV2, and I used that to obviously get the audio throughout the day. And I was like, oh, I need one for my drone, but obviously I didn't need one for my drone, because I was like, actually, I could just shoot on my internal storage. So I shot on that, which meant I could shoot on my Action 4, my dad's Action 4, and my audio recorder as well, which just makes things so much easier. So if I am out and I'm using too many SD cards, well, I know that the Action 360 or Osmo 360, or these names are getting a bit confusing, it doesn't matter, because I've got 105 gigabytes of internal storage, which I think is just absolutely ridiculous, and it's just so good, especially for that price. If you're getting it on its own, one battery, £410, I think that's a pretty good deal considering what you're getting out of this. What do you guys think anyway? Like, do you like the look of this 360 camera? Do you prefer an Insta360 camera rather than the DJI Osmo 360? Or do you think the Pocket 3 is better? What would you do in my situation? Would you think I'll be stupid enough to sell my Pocket 3 to pick up an Osmo 360? Or do you think it's a smart choice because it can pretty much do what this can do for me and a lot more? Just let me know your thoughts on the Osmo 360 overall. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later.